Hello, pen people of the internet. We've got our third entrant in the inexpensive demonstrators category. This is the Wing Sung 3008. As you can see, it's a piston filler. It is not branded anywhere, so I just assumed they sent me the right pen. But we're going to take a look. It's at first glance, it looks like a solid pen. The clip ain't so beautiful, and you can see it's just like a stamped piece of metal. But it's pretty springy. It's definitely metal, not plastic. Looks like the clip and the cap are held in with that Phillips screw in there. So it's also not super elegant. That's a pretty, looks like someone went to Home Depot and bought a Phillips screw and stuck it in there. The nib is Lamy style, and I actually did a test. A Lamy nib will go on here a little loose. The feed and collectors are transparent plastic, keeping with the whole theme. I did a test with some water. It actually, a fill is about 2 mils, so you can get a lot of ink in this pen. As I said, it is a piston. So you lower the piston and then raise it to fill with ink. One thing that's really nice is if you can listen, I'll do it over here. There's a positive stop when the piston is fully retracted, so that's kind of nice, actually. I like that. There's still a little, oh wait, no, that's my fault. And then there's a little bit of play in the piston knob, but not too bad. This ring at the bottom does unscrew. I also happen to be moving the piston knob at the same time, so you can actually take this fully apart to service it. So that's kind of nice. If you're familiar with the TWSBI Eco, you need to use a tool. I think I actually prefer that design because I do find just fiddling with it that this band gets loose. So I can imagine getting to a point where I may have accidentally disassembled my pen without meaning to, but it is nice that it's serviceable. I guess there are pros. This is clearly just injection molded plastic, nothing fancy. These are very inexpensive. I'll link to the source where I bought mine. I had to buy mine domestically because of the coronavirus outbreak, but I think you can get these for about $2 from China. The cap is screw-on, but it has an O-ring to help keep everything in here airtight. I don't know how airtight the top of the cap is with all that screw and everything, but I could imagine this could be one that you could keep some ink in for a while. And so now we're going to see what it's like to write with this pen, but first we got to fill it. So I'm going to use, this is a sample I got, 3 Oysters Aqua Green. It's a beautiful ink, but I don't have any pens that it matches, so hey, that's what clear demonstrators are good for. Let's see how big of a fill I can get here. Pretty good. Yeah, and you see it's all in the collector in there. And first, oops. Yeah, a little messy. Messy. And so first we're going to just admire. What does it look like? Does the ink slosh around? Yes. It's not it doesn't fill the barrel completely. Some breathing space, which is actually good because it means you can actually see some of the ink. And yeah, it's promising. All right, let's try the writing experience. I haven't used one of these before. Okay, immediately upon grasping this, it has a very opinionated triangular grip. It's probably more like an Eco T than an Eco. Not sure that's going to be my favorite. Yeah, I'm not finding this super comfortable to hold, but we'll try it anyways. So this is the, ooh, it's very dry. 3008, and this was, sorry, I keep hitting the mic with my headphones. 3 Oysters Aqua Blue. You can hear there's some feedback, but it doesn't feel scratchy. It's just kind of dry. Yeah, look at that. So I haven't, it's The only thing I'm doing to these pens is maybe flushing them. I'm not doing any work on them before I try. So you know what the, again, not really out of the box. There was no box for this, but you know what the experience is. Let's see if we can spread those tines a little bit. Get it a little juicy. Okay, that helped a little bit. They spring back some. I mean, this is, for the price, oh, almost sprung them. Oh, there you go, now I spread them. Now it's more of a medium. Haha. Yeah, I will say this metal does not feel very, compared to the metal in a Lamy, this feels like, I don't know, cheaper metal. In this case, though, it might be working in my favor because I now have this writing pretty nicely, so let's try again. Yeah, easiest writing is hard while talking. Wing Sung 3008. Yeah, easiest nib adjustment ever. Just bend it. I'm not sure about that. Okay, so Wing Sung 3008, pros and cons. Pros, it's cheap. It's a piston filler that's serviceable. Actual metal clip, not too bad. Looks adequate. I don't love the way it looks. This is a little much for me. I actually like the clear feed and collector. I think that's kind of neat on a pen like this. Cons, only one nib width. I think these just come in fine, but you might be able to use a Lamy nib if you want. Nib is kind of cheap. Started out real dry, but by abusing it a little bit, I was able to get it. Another pro/con is I really don't like the uncapping. It's like both to cap it and uncap it because of where that O-ring is. So on the one hand, for storage, it's probably great. But for just like, oh, I'm going to grab my pen and write with it. Like I can't, most pens I can uncap with one hand. With this one I can with some grunting and straining. But, so I don't love that. It does, fill half the barrel. So nice and slushy for looking at ink. So it's in there. It's in there. We'll see where it ends up when I do some rankings at the end. But not a bad effort from Wing Sung, especially again given the price point. And now I have a pen with this beautiful ink in it to play with, so that's kind of cool. All right, so that's the Wing Sung. It's late and I'm getting cuckoo. It's the Wing Sung 3008, number 3 in our list, and we'll be back next time with another piston filler that is even trying harder to be a TWSBI Eco knockoff. So thanks for watching. See you next time.